everyone is so sexed up on that show. I
Sure.
mean,
Yeah, the tension
it's the
looks
hottest
palpable.
people.
I'm sure people were sitting at home jerking off to that show, being like, "Oh, she just said rough sex.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
disgusting."
But
I'm
I love
watching
it.
this with my children.
Yeah, and they do dances where like the girl just flips up into his face and like
Yeah,
rides
he's, like,
around with
eating
her
her
box
pussy.
right in his
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Literally, that is a move.
Yeah. Just come and get it.
Yeah, okay.
Soup's on.
Did he give
Doug
out-
Benson is with us. You can see him tonight at the 12 Guests of Christmas at the Gramercy Theater, also December 2nd and 3rd at Largo in Los Angeles. He also has a show, Getting Doug with High, where he smokes weed with comedians.
On
and
YouTube,
That's on
yeah.
YouTube. It's super fun.
Adam's done it.
So fun. So baked.
Oh, Tom did it too.
Yeah, I did it.
Yo,
Adam
do
has
you know-
got to go to his
Everybody's
audition
done
right
it
now.
almost.
Can I tell you real quick when I did your show, I literally the next morning when I was doing Mad TV, we shot a sketch where we were playing potheads at 7 a.m. and I was still so baked from your show.
Oh, that's great.
It was kind of, but then also terrible because I was just like, at first I got there, I was like, it'll be great because I'm really still fucked up, and we're doing a show, we're playing potheads doing a cooking show,
It's easy
and
to
then
get too fucked up to play fucked up.
yeah, and then we would start. Amir K and I would start improvising, and he would just look at me, and I was like, "Oh, is that not funny?" He's like, "Dude, you're fucked up," and I was like, "Can we take 10?"
Oh, my
And,
God. We
yeah.
need...
I love Amir K at breakfast time.
Doug Benson is in studio with me and Tom Thakkar.
Hello.
Doug Benson, who I have been a huge fan of since Best Week Ever days. Doug Benson used to steal the show every week on Best Week Ever. I'll
Oh,
never
thank
forget
you.
one line that has stayed with me since
goody.
2006. I remember, probably 2005. It was some story about Paris Hilton, and it was like she was leaving someplace, and you were like, "Hey, Paris, don't let the door have sex with you on the way out." Still gets me. I remember, like, me and my friends loved it so much. And then I got on Last Comic Standing my senior year of, and Doug was, like, one of my favorite comedians of, like, I used to make lists of, like, I was so obsessed with comedy. Doug was always on my list, like, my top favorite comedians. Still is. Funniest, just one of the funniest people ever. And then I go to Last Comic Standing my senior year. I get passed at the Chicago auditions, and I go to LA for the semifinals. And Doug Benson is in the lobby of the Hilton Garden Inn in Glendale, where they were putting us during the show. And I go, "That's Doug Benson. What is he doing here?" And I went up to go say, "I'm a fan. I love you." And I go, "Why are you here?" And he was like, "I'm doing Last Comic Standing." I'm like, "I'm competing against you? What is going on here?" It was like me and Tinashe, pretty much, is how I felt. It was like me meeting Alexis Wren on the first day of Dancing with the Stars. I was like, why am I here? You do meet, like, a lot of people through doing these shows. Like, I met Tig that time,
Yeah,
too.
who else was on
it
that
was like
season?
It was
Was Todd on that one?
No. Todd was on the
Glass
very
was-
first
That's
one,
right.
and then he was also on that weird Battle of the First and Second
Yeah.
Seasons one that
Yeah.
they did, where they didn't announce the winner on TV. They just mentioned it during an ad during like some during like an animated. It was the premiere of a new animated show.
Yeah.
That ended up bombing, but they just mentioned it during a break in another show.
That's nuts.
Who the winner was?
Who won that?
I think Alonzo Bowden.
That's
won, I
right.
think, yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there that season. That was so fun.
But remember how they sequestered us when we were we were at the point where there was like 40 comedians. We're all going to compete to see who makes it into the next stage.
Top 10.
Yeah, and we had to stay in a hotel room for. We were sequestered in a hotel for a couple of days.
And we had roommates.
yeah. My roommate was Chris Porter.
Mine was Jackie Cation.
Who advanced, and then you still have to stay there one more night after they announce who's advanced and who hasn't. So I had to be roommates with the guy who was celebrating all night long because he had advanced and I didn't make it.
Yep.
And I didn't make. That's what happened. Is then I came back the next year, and that's when I made it into the next group, and that's where I met Amy Schumer, and that's where we became friends.
Yes.
And but the season where you and I were there, remember Sean Rouse was there?
Yes.
He passed away recently.
I know.
Hilarious dude.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't let us out at night, and the bar closed at 10. So we wanted drinks. So he figured out, and they had somebody posted at the front door of the hotel.
Yeah.
So he ordered a pizza from Domino's, and when the guy got there at the hotel room door, he said, "Can I give you extra money for your shirt and for your hat?" And he bought the guy's shirt and hat, and then and left the hotel like he had just delivered pizzas.
Yeah.
and that's how he got out. And,
Wait, what did he do with the other guy?
And the other guy just wore
You just
his
locked
clothes.
him in a closet?
No,
Oh,
they
I
just
see.
switched clothes. Yeah. So the idea was to just
Still there.
just get past the last comic standing chaperone person
Yeah.
that was watching the door. And so he skated out that way. But then I met him at the bar because the hotel had a back door. So I didn't have to go to such elaborate lengths to get out. And then we just went to a bar nearby and drank for hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a very, very strange experience. Josh Wolf was also he was we had like adjoining doors between our rooms. So Chris Porter, I think it was Ty Barnett, was that his name? And Josh Wolf, like we just opened up the adjoining door and the four of us would all just smoke weed every night. You know, like it's so funny how that show they try to control you, but they don't. It's not the same as other reality shows. You can get away with a lot of shit. Me and Amy used to take, when we'd have to go and get in the small bus to go to events and stuff, we'd just fill a coffee cup with booze in the hotel bar and just sit there drinking out of what looked like we were drinking coffee.
Oh, yeah.
But vodka drips through paper. It cuts through the paper.
Oh,
so it starts to drip, so you got to drink it fast.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's real weird because I put it in my body all the time, and then it
doesn't start
eats through
pouring out of your
through a
skin.
cup. But I'm like, my liver can handle it. My liver's stronger than a cup.
Yeah.
That was the vibe when I came back for the finale of Dancing with the Stars. Like, everyone's just like drinking and smoking, like in their trailers. And before that, because we have nothing to lose. We're not
Right.
trying to
It's not a
there's
contest
the rules
anymore.
are all still in place, but no one's following them anymore. We're just kind of, some of us aren't showing up for dress rehearsal because we know we just have to stand there and watch. It was so much more fun. And I've told this before, but when I got eliminated from Last Comic Standing, I was still in college and I had to go back and like do tests and like go back to class the next week. And I was like, I don't want to go. And I was having a cigarette with Brendan Walsh, who also got eliminated that night. We were outside the Glendale Hilton. And I was like, I don't want to go back to school tomorrow. And he's like, just tell them you're still on the show. Just like it's not going to air till the summer. So just tell them that you're still. So I just did. I emailed them and I said, I'm still on the show. And I'm in LA, and they were like, follow your dream, girl. And then I just didn't have to go back to school ever because then it was over. And they never knew. And it was such a brilliant plan, but
some might be finding out right now.
I'm sorry. Thank you for believing in me.
You
Your class was
retroactively
worthless. I didn't
fail.
really learn anything at the
They're gonna
University of
take your
Kansas.
degree away.
But then we did, after that, shortly after that, you started opening for me on the road and stuff.
That was awesome. That really took everything to the next level. And that's the only way you can get to the next level is having a headliner take you to feature for them and then getting that amount of stage time. So that was so rad. I got in so many places through you, like so many clubs that I still work to this day. First time going there was with Doug Benson. So I owe you a lot, Doug. You were the first guy to bring me on the road, and that means something because then other people start bringing you on the road because then you get better because someone took the chance. But I remember the first time I opened for Doug, I didn't have 20 minutes. I was terrified. But then you get it together because someone believes in you. It takes one person to believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Lady Gaga said 1,600 times in an interview.
If
there's a room of 100 people and 99 don't believe in you, Doug Benson was the one who believed in me. Doug Benson was that person for me. So thank you, Doug.
Yeah, and remember that show we did at Morty's that one night?
Oh, God.
Where the entire audience was, as they say, urban. It was a black crowd because they gave away tickets on the local urban radio station.
No, I don't remember this. I probably blacked
my God.
it out.
It did not go well for anybody.
No.
Well,
but
that
the
club's
host
over now.
But yeah. But the host was a black guy he killed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you had a hard time after him, and then I had a hard time after
I
both
had
of you.
a lot of hard times with you. I was still new, and that what meant so much to me.
You
that
were working it out. Anthony Jeselnik used to bomb in front of me. Like he'd walk people that would just get up and leave. Like we're not even gonna stay for Doug Benson,
right?
Because this guy's making us so upset.
I learned so much from Doug Benson on the road. First of all, and things that I still do on the road, which is like, you don't put like you like everything just to be in, or you expect a lot from clubs because it doesn't take much to just deliver
It's
a good
easy.
experience. It really it's so easy. And when they fuck it up, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, and I don't stand for it anymore because I've seen how you handle those situations, and you'll go in and be like, guys, like I just call out things like if my veggie tray isn't there, I get annoyed because how hard is it to get a fucking veggie
Yeah.
tray?
Right.
And it's the only thing
It's
I
like
ask for. I'm not asking for a pair of
$15.
new
Yeah.
Nikes,
Right.
which some people are.
Yeah.
You have to go to Schnucks or what? That's a grocery store in St. Louis, but so go. You have to get it from Schnucks in St. Louis. It's not that
That's
hard
why
of
it's
an
hard.
an
Yeah.
order.
Did you ever
We
see
go to
that
San
movie Dinner
Diego.
for Schnooks?
But also another thing I learned about you, which I from you that I love, and I don't know if you still do this, but like you would get off stage at like you would be like, I'm doing a 45-minute show, maybe 50-minute, and I don't need these guys that do hour and a halves and like. It's just, what are you hiding from off stage? They never want to get off stage.
What are you
because
running from in your life?
Exactly. When Dave
whose calls
Chappelle,
would you have to return if you got off stage?
Exactly. When Dane Cook or all these, Carlos Mencia used to do it to 7. He did 7 hours last
Right.
night.
And it's like,
Why
for
don't
who?
you want to go home?
It was
But
a badge
also,
of
I
honor.
want to go home. Like, as an
Yes.
audience member, show me
Right.
my favorite
I
comedian.
leave them
an hour and a
wanting
half,
more.
I'm out.
And the staff, the wait staff, has to just serve
Yes.
Cokes or nothing after last call, and then the
Uh-huh.
Yep.
comedian goes all night, and they have to stay
It
Yeah.
sucks.
in
Brutal.
case somebody at their table wants another Coke.
Yep.
And so they're sitting around all night, and they're not getting tips that reflect the amount of time they're spending
Right.
there.
And people in audiences have such social anxiety that they can't even go to the bathroom during a show because they're worried
course.
that the comedian's going to call them out or everyone in the room will look at them. So people are holding in their pee the whole show already. And
it's
then
a
when you
hostage
push that,
situation.
you're just putting people, it is a hostage situation.
Yeah.
No one's like, a few people are
It's a
enjoying
social
themselves anymore.
grace hostage situation
I
where
c-
it's like people who are polite, you're holding them hostage.
Yes, yes.
That's a great idea. We should just take a break
do
at some
that.
point in the set. Does anyone need to use the restroom? Raise your hand
Yeah.
if you need to use the restroom. Okay, go ahead. I'll look away. I'm not going to say anything about it.
I always,
I'll turn around.
I won't make fun of you.
yeah.
I actively, when someone stands up and you can tell that I actively like turn the other way.
Me
So that
too.
they know.
I hate that.
I can't help myself. I always mention it. But it's not, I try not to shame them for having to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I try to make it more on me. Like, I always say something like, oh, yeah, you're right. This is a good time.
Sure.
To get up.
Yes, that's good.
Your senses are correct. You know,
If it feels like something that is not political and they stand up, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I offended the corn fans or whatever.
Oh,
like,
right.
whatever.
Yes, there's little tricks
I think it's
like
funny
that.
then, but like in general, I'm like, I know that you probably have to shit. And you don't want to deal with me right now,
Yes.
making fun of you.
maybe not shit. I don't know how often
I
somebody
assume
gets
everyone
up
in the
during a
audience
show
is
to go
shitting.
shit.
I hate when a comedian calls out a girl and is like, she's just going
What
to
are you
shit.
doing? Taking a dump?
Oh, it's like
Big gnarly dump?
she's
Yeah,
on a
you
date.
gross
That's
bitch.
the last thing.
Let's listen, everybody.
Oh yeah, I mean we've all heard this.
I've seen a comic follow somebody to the bathroom and just like stand outside the door while they use the bathroom and then wait. I
harassment.
know. Yeah.
Getting Doug with High. You're still doing. You've been doing that show a while on YouTube.
Yeah, we just celebrated our 5th anniversary,
Wow.
and we celebrated by smoking some weed.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
people that do that show get so fucked up.
One
have
of the worst
so
days of
many
my life
friends.
was doing that show.
What is it? Is it because you're dabbing? What is happening?
dab
We
fucked
dab at
me
the
up.
end, but even before we added that segment, people were just, and me, I definitely have, I try not to have much to do after I do it.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
kind of ruins the rest of the day because it's just, you're just, it's not just standing around casually smoking till you're high. It's smoking till you're high, and then you just kind of have to push through and keep going.
Yeah, because you're constantly
Because we're
going.
live for 45 minutes,
Yeah.
and people just start calling you a pussy in the comments.
That's
if you,
it,
If you're
yeah.
not smoking the whole time.
Oh my god.
That was my
I
fears.
really
didn't
want to
wanna-
do it.
Yeah.
I like get so because I'm back on the weed train. Doug has asked me to do it before, and I'm like, I'm not smoking weed now, or I'm like, I am, but I don't want to be public about it or whatever. And now I'm back on the weed train, but I guess, yeah. Do you still take breaks? Do you still do sober October, that kind of thing?
I do, but not from. I never take breaks from weed. It's just alcohol.
I don't know that I need a break from weed. Like, I feel very similar to you with weed, is that it's like it makes me work harder. Do you feel like it's a stimulant for you in a way?
I smoke all day, every day, so I guess and I manage to get some things done.
Yeah.
But
You're so good at getting
anytime
stuff
you get
done.
really high, you're like. you get ambitious, but that you might be ambitious to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
might be like, I'm really gonna hunker down and not get up right now. You know?
Yes.
You know, like if I don't have plans throughout the day, if I have like a totally free day and the first thing I do is get high, then I'll spend the next 3-4 hours trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I end up not doing anything productive. It's just, it's like walking around in a Blockbuster video store and then walking out without picking a movie.
Yes.
Because you just can't
But if
settle
you
on
have a
anything.
plan and you
Yeah.
get high, you can execute.
When I have stuff to do all day, I can just get high in between the things and
Yep.
just be high and do the things I need to do. So that's sort of what props me up. Like I joke around about how like I like to take pictures with fans after the shows because they're holding me up.
Yes.
I put my arms around them.
Yeah.
And like, thanks for holding me up for a few minutes while your friend figures out how to work a fucking camera.
Oh, I
Phone.
mean, that's the other. Have you noticed the thing of when people take pictures after shows, how rude some of the people that you want to like your fans, and then they're so rude to the guy taking pictures who's not being paid to do it. I mean, except we're tipping them at the end of the week or whatever, but they don't know that. And this person's just like taking pictures and they go, "It's blurry. Do you not know how to work an iPhone?" And I go, "I hate you now, and I don't want to take a second picture." So often, I think a lot of people are assholes.
Yeah.
It's it surprises me how many women, it's usually women that are just like, I look disgusting in this. Have you ever taken a picture before, and hands it back to them? And I go, don't talk to him that way.
Yeah.
You're not paying him.
I pushed for selfies.
Sure.
Selfies
like
are
when somebody
so
walks up,
good.
can I get a picture? I
Much
go, if it's a
easier.
selfie, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Because then you can see
And
it.
if they're all shaky, I just grab it and do it myself.
Dude,
you know?
selfies, I can't agree with you more. People always shit on selfies like, "Oh, you take a selfie." I'm like, why? It's the most efficient way to take a picture. What's the alternative? handing it to someone and bothering someone
Yeah.
to take it?
And
yes,
it's a better picture because
You're
it's
seeing it.
this. It's
Yes.
the faces.
Better.
You're selling the faces. Unless they're wearing like a Dancing with the Stars outfit or something, you don't need the
I
body.
don't need
Right.
the body.
People take pictures from so far back, and then cameras also still, the camera phones, like the iPhones, everything still looks further away than it actually
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
You could be the front row at a concert and want to post a picture, and it looks like you're like sitting
I
so
know.
far away.
I
Yes.
was
It's so
just at a
weird.
basketball game where that happened. I was like, look how close I am. It
And you
looks
try
like
to
I'm
use
in
the zoom, and then you get a
nosebleed.
blurrier picture.
Yeah.
Oh, have
it's
you
so
ever tried to
weird.
take a picture of a full moon? Is there anything
So
more
you are
disappointing
back
than
on the weed
full-
train.
Oh, yeah.
That is not a sober
Either
thought.
that or you're a werewolf with a hobby. Damn, I can't get a picture of the full moon. I don't have opposable thumbs.
Oh, my
Somebody
God.
take this for
Every
me.
time it happens.
I seriously, yeah, the selfies. I am so on board with selfies
Yeah,
after
just
shows.
it's so much quicker and easier, and like passing the phone off to another person. The person takes it, and it's a phone they've never used before, so they got to
Yeah.
figure it out.
And then they gotta go, okay, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Just do
I
it.
always tell the guy, just to get it right
Oh,
away.
and they
Yeah,
also
don't
drill
do
it.
3.
Sometimes they'll drill it, so they've got 12 pictures of you with your
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
closed and 3 with your eyes open.
And, they
And guess which one they're
never-
going to use? For me, the one where I look the most
Of
stoned.
course.
Yes. And they
Well.
never tag you. I take 1,000
I know.
pictures a weekend, and 2 people tag me.
never
I go,
tag
where?
you.
Why did you even?
I
want
always tell
this?
people too. Also, I'm like,
do
tag me,
too.
because then
Tag
they have
me.
to like look you up and stuff.
I know,
Yeah, they
it's-
never do it.
I was at the theater yesterday, and before the curtain came up, this young couple, a man and a woman, came up to me, and she was like, "Can we get a selfie with you? Sorry to bother you. I know we're at the theater, or whatever." I'm like, "No problem." So I stand up, and we take a selfie, and then this lady comes up. "My daughter's mad at me because I want a picture too. I don't know who you are, but I want a picture because she got one, but now she's not talking to me." Snap. Then she takes the picture. And I watch her go back over and sit near her daughter. Her daughter's just like refusing to speak to her. Like, why do you have to embarrass me like that?
Oh,
So funny that she needed a picture. She doesn't know who
yeah,
you are.
I don't know who you are, but my daughter got a picture, so I need one too.
Doug, if people want to get high with you or get you high, because I think that's the thing. If you're a Doug Benson fan, your dream is like, I want to smoke weed with Doug Benson. I want to get him high. I want to roll him. Like,
Isn't
what
that a
is
great racket? It's people's dream
Yeah.
to give me weed and smoke with me.
That is, and
It's
that-
their
that's-
bucket list shit.
It's
Yeah.
not an exaggeration. It is a true dream of potheads to do that, and I've seen it happen, and I can only imagine it's gotten even more so over the years. What is the best way for them to do that? What is the most efficient way for someone to get you high and to have an experience with you and to not be annoying and to walk away with you being like, that guy was a good guy?
Just be standing next to me is what I like to say.
Okay.
Like if you want to get me to smoke with you, I mean, unless we're like in an airport or something, then we can't do it. But if I'm anywhere where we can get away with it, I'll smoke with anybody.
But what kind of conversation do you want to avoid? What kind of questions have you been asked too many times? Like, how
I just
can we
want to
make this
hang.
experience the best
I want
for
to
you?
hang. I don't want to interview.
Yes.
I don't. When the fan comes up and just starts asking, if they ask about something specific that like I never hear about, or that this is kind of a fun thing to tell you the answer to, then that's fine. But a lot of times it's just, so where are you going next?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, what's, it's just very generic, and then I'm just like, well, I mean, just go look at my Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
talk about that all the time. Let's have a real, conversation, but. I'm just up for. That's the great thing about smoking pot too, is that you can get a bunch of fans at once, and so
Yes.
we're all in a big circle, and then I can say things that make everybody laugh, and they feel like they're getting an extra performance, and
Yep.
and it's just it's a good time.
You're like the Bert Kreischer of weed, whereas people would like to drink with him with his
Yeah,
shirt
yeah.
off. Doug likes to keep his coat on and smoke weed with his fans after shows.